What is up, knife nuts? Drew with Pocket Steel here. Got a review today for you on the Ontario Rat Model 1. And this is a knife that I got after getting the Rat Model 2, which has been, did a review on that, so go back and check that out. It's been my work EDC blade for probably a couple months now, and love this knife. So I, figured, and it wasn't too long after I got this one, and I loved it so much that I decided I wanted to get the original Rat Model 1, and just like the 2, this knife is incredible. I really do like it. Carried it to work a couple days, and it's a little big to carry at work for me. As in my previous video with the Model 2, the stuff that I do for work, this is a bigger blade and it's kind of heavy, and I'm already carrying a bunch of gear anyway, so it was a little much to carry it for work every day. But everything that I like in this smaller package, it's here in just a bigger package. And for me, this could really be a tactical style blade, and as well as a working blade. I mean, in a pinch, if I were to lose this knife, I would of course get another one, but this in its place, it could do just fine for a little while until I got something again. So, or if I just wanted to switch it up and felt like carrying a bigger blade, I mean, this knife could definitely be in its place. Let's see. So this one is, as far as weight goes, it's 5 ounces, so it's a heavier knife. It's not there's a lot lighter options out there for sure. But if you're getting a knife like this, you're probably not really worried about size and weight, stuff like that. You probably want a bigger knife, which is definitely one of the reasons why I got it. It's I like big knives. I don't carry them, but I do like them. So this one is, again, it's 5 ounces on the dot. It's got a 3.5-inch blade, full flat grind. Definitely my favorite style of blade. So it's just it's a perfect style for the tasks that I typically need to use a knife for. So, and I just think it looks, I feel like it looks the best. So it is 4.5 inches closed, and just as I'm sorry, comparison next to the Rat 2, I mean, you can clearly see it's a much bigger knife. Show them next to each other open. So the open length overall is 8.5 inches. So you can see those next to each other. What else do we have about this knife? AUS-8 steel. I'm a big fan of AUS-8. It's an incredible steel for the value of a lot of knives that have this steel on it. As far as, again, what I do for work, it'll hold a great edge. It may not hold it as long as some of your super steels, but I mean, this knife is incredibly sharp. It came from the factory pretty good. I touched it up, and I mean, this thing is definitely no joke. So I'm a huge fan of AUS-8 steel. I think it's just a great value steel for many of the knives that carry it. Just like the 2, again, you can make so many comparisons with the Model 2 and the Model 1. It's just a bigger original version. But if you're not familiar with the 2 and you haven't watched my review on this one, it's 4-point adjustable pocket clip. So this one's configured tip down. I might switch some of my stuff over to tip up. We'll see. I mean, I've gotten kind of used to tip down, and that's just when I pull a knife out, that's kind of what I'm used to. But I might switch some stuff over. It really does make more sense to carry it that way. Decent sized lanyard hole. There's definitely bigger ones. Maybe on like the PM2 Spyderco. I mean, you can see that's a big difference in lanyard hole there. See if we can get. Yeah, I mean, you can see that this one just kind of swallows it. So, you're not going to be putting any huge lanyard through there, but it'd be a tight little squeeze for it. But, lanyard hole there nonetheless. Say it's the same, I believe it's the same size. No, actually, that's, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but that's a little bit bigger than the Rat 2. So, this would be a small lanyard hole. But again, small knife. Y'all are gonna think I'm doing a review on this Rat 2. I love this knife so much, I really do. It's one of my favorite knives that I have. So anyway, all black. I got it specifically in this color. I love all black knives. I mean, again, we'll pull out the paramilitary too. These, I think it's just, it looks nice, sleek, and sexy in an all black configuration. But these are on two different levels here as far as knives go. This I paid, I want to say $26 for it, and looked it up on Amazon recently. They're going for $24. That is just an incredible value for the knife that you get. I mean, that's you couldn't ask for a better knife at that money. I mean, I really do. If people are ever asking me, what knife they should go with that's not going to break the bank, I always suggest one of the first things I suggest is the Rat Model 1 or 2, depending on what size they're looking for. This is just such an incredible value for the money. Let's see. So it's made in Taiwan. The Ontario Knife Company. It's a U.S. based company. But it's made in Taiwan. They do a very good job of quality control over there. This knife is just made almost to perfection. You can see the centering on that's just spot on. FRN handle, pillar design. What else we got here? Liner lock. It's extremely strong as far as I can tell. I haven't had any issues with it. I mean, there is no blade play there at all. And I'm not testing it with just tugging on the blade up here. I mean, doing the liner like that and moving it, there's just no movement whatsoever. It's completely solid in there. So this thing is definitely strong. Ergonomics on it, you can get a really nice grip on this knife. It fits. I have smaller hands, but even somebody with large hands, I mean, you can see there's this much sticking off the bottom, and it's definitely great ergonomics on this. Jimping up here, one of the few downsides I've found on both of these knives is the jimping. I wish it was a little more aggressive. It's not terrible. I've definitely felt knives with worse jimping, but a lot of the Spydercos that I'm used to just have that really aggressive jimping that just really locks in. I mean, it's not like, I feel like my finger's going to slip off this, and it's certainly better than none at all, but it's, could be a little better if I had to be nitpicky about something. Pocket clip's great. Haven't had any issues with that. Hasn't seen as much use. You can see there it's seen a little use, and some of that black coating's coming off already. But that was definitely from carrying it a couple days at work. I mean, my blades at work take a beating. So it's I mean, overall just a great knife. If you're looking for a bigger knife, would definitely suggest looking in this direction. If you're not trying to break the bank, this is just a huge contender. Let's talk about the speed of deployment really quickly. When I got it, took a while for it to break in. A lot of playing with it. It was definitely slow to come out for deployment when I first got it, but now it's broken in, and it comes out just fine. I mean, it's great. This thumb stud here, I believe, just because it's bigger, is better than my Rat 2. I think it's bigger. Let's see. I haven't actually done a side-by-side comparison of them. No, they look like they're almost the same size there. This one, for some reason, I don't know if it's because of the black coating, I get a better grip on it than this stainless steel right here. You know, so it's a little easier for deployment on this. You know, it definitely, I don't know, my thumb just locks in a lot better for deployment on that one. I don't really have an issue with it slipping off. So, you know, that's Ontario Rat Model 1. Highly recommend this knife if you're looking for, you know, again, just a really good blade that is inexpensive and very high quality. Can't sing enough praises about these rat models. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a good night.